and this is what I want the other team to see before we step out on the field. Setting the tone, right? Set the tone, right? Get in there and set the tone. It is just gonna absolutely. We can't get caught into this motion of just like doing what everyone's doing sometimes. I'm not talking about like a team stretch either. I'm talking about when there's times to do a little extra, right? Let's just say your team already does do a stretch for 15 minutes and now there's another 20 minutes before the game where coach says, hey, do what you need to do to get loose, do what you need to do to get ready, stay hydrated, whatever it is. You sitting on the bench, just talking to buddies, telling stories, right? In which that's fine too if you've done all your stuff, but more times than not, get out there on the field, get down the foul line, whatever your sport is, get in your warm-up space and get loose, right? Stretch that muscle that's tighter than the other ones, right? Give a couple extra reps, because those physical reps, from what I found, will automatically turn into a mental ability to be locked in, right? Your body is sending waves and energy notions into your mind, letting it know what we're doing, right? Because as soon as you start moving like that, and you start attacking something with a purpose, your mind's going to start asking your body, what's going on here? Why are we doing this? And I'm telling you, it's going to channel you into being locked in, right? That's the first step to getting locked in, right? And everybody knows as an athlete, like being locked in, we've all felt it, right? Your best game, you were locked in. Your best match, you were locked in, right? Probably more than not. Can you be 100% locked in at your best every single time? I haven't experienced that. It's going to be ups and downs, right? So you got to find a way when you're not able to focus or not locked in, how to get out of that. And then you also have to find how to stay up here as high as you can when you are locked in, right? And the biggest thing that has to do with that is your experience. More experience, the more you figure yourself out, right? I'm training in a way to get my body as ready as I can, but also now setting an example for the rest of my teammates of this is how we approach the field, and this is what I want the other team to see before we step out on the field. Setting the tone, right? Set the tone, right? Get in there and set the tone. It is just going to absolutely, whatever you're doing, transform the attitude and the manner in which you play, but also the attitude and manner in which the other team is playing against you. Because when we've all been there, when you see the other person you're going against, the other team you're going against, you know, everyone does it. We're getting loose, but we're checking them out. Like, what are they looking like? What's that pitcher look like? Are they fast? Are they slow? You know, what's the other team? How they looking? You know, and their warm up as well. It is absolutely setting the tone for what's going to happen. All right, that's probably, in my opinion, 75% of the games that will start in your favor or not in your favor have to do with that. Right? And so, if you're a leader of your team, you don't have to be a huge vocal leader. You're a leader either. The best leaders lead by example. Think about these things for your season. Right? Think about, what am I doing? What are the actions I'm taking? And the words, if you are a vocal leader, which is important, but what are the actions I'm taking that are setting the tone for what others can also do? Right? And we're all human. So like, if somebody starts doing something, another person is going to want to gravitate towards that and do it. That's just the reality of it. With anything, I think we all know that. Right? And when one person does it, and then two people do it, and then three, each stage down the line, it gets stronger and stronger, and it amplifies. And it's easier to want to jump in, right? But the hardest one is that first person who's going to set the tone. So I challenge all of you guys, try to be that person. And it is easier than you think. It could be as easy as, hey guys, we're late, let's get stretching. Or, hey guys, we know we're supposed to be doing this at this time, and we're not, let's just get there. How easy is that, right? Just be accountable, right? Have a little bit of a sense of responsibility for the group. If every one individual had that sense of accountability and responsibility for the whole group, you wouldn't need one leader. The group and the unit would all act as leaders together. Does that make sense? And does this relate to what you're going to do after sports? 100%. Right? 100%. Right? So we're going to stop looking for somebody to show up on our door, handing you a job opportunity, and you got to start knocking on doors, right? You got to understand that the responsibility always is going to fall back on you with where you're at in your life, no matter what. Right? We're not a victim. As much as sometimes we think we are not a victim to our situation, right? There's a really good motivational speaker named Ed Milet. I listen to a lot of his stuff. He says things happen for you, not to you. There's going to be things where you're thinking, oh, the world's out to get to me, or I just had the worst luck ever, right? But we've all had bad luck. We have, just at different times, at different places, right? Everybody has experienced that, not just you. Quick example with umpires, right? And again, for you guys, referees, umpires, whatever, but a softball girl, so you guys can relate to this for sure. Getting rung up on strike 3 on a bad call, right? Or even vice versa if you're the pitcher, right? Like not getting the call going your way. I mean, that when you start thinking you're a victim to that, you are done for your next 2, 3, 4 bats. Because your mental capacity to focus and lock in and play at a high level of peak performance, but you guys are college athletes now, you don't have time to dwell on those things. Like you've got to really be focused because everybody here is now good, right? You're no longer a big fish in a small pond. You're a small fish in a big pond, right? And so everybody can compete. Everybody can play. There's no time to mess around with taking yourself out of the game mentally. Maybe in high school that would work and you'd be talented enough to still excel. Not here. And definitely not anywhere in your space going forward, no matter where you're at. Whether that's still playing sports or getting into